What it does. My name is Shem Wiki and this is Pulse Celeb Kenya. Welcome to another beautiful edition of Pulse Celeb 254. And today with us in the studio we have an amazing artist who I feel like I could introduce, but I feel like he'll do more justice if he were to do it himself. I know these guys know you though, but could you just let them know who you are?
What's up, my name is Falz, aka Falz, the bad guy. All the way from Lagos, Nigeria. What up, Nairobi?
What up, man? I told you you'd do more justice than me. See what I'm saying? Okay, Falz the bad guy. Okay, so even before I get into just even the main questions of this interview and what we're going to be talking about today, I'd like to know how you ended up being Falz the bad guy. How did you land as Falz the bad guy? Were you a bad guy when you were young?
Yeah. In a way, yeah. But it was just kind of like a title I picked up. I think probably when I was in school, just something my friends used to call me, and I thought it had a nice ring to it. So it kind of stuck and became a part of my station. Yeah. That was the bad guy.
Okay, I'm rocking with it, man. I like it. I like it. So first things first. I'd just like to find out. First of all, how's Kenya been treating you?
Kenya's been nice. It's been great. The weather has not been too nice though.
Yeah, you caught us in winter. We're currently experiencing the Nairobi winter right now. But it's gonna be summer soon. So if you're trying to come back, we'll keep you updated.
So when is the best time? When would you advise me to come?
When would I advise you? I'd say August. Between now and September also, because there's a lot of summer banging and everything. People are partying a lot. Okay. But the next best time is always December, because it's always a good time in December.
So you guys have that too. We have that in Nigeria. So December is okay.
Yes, it's always party. Party central right there.
I guess it's an African thing.
Yeah, man. Okay. All right. So now, first things first. Today is Thursday. People normally call it Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
So to start off this interview, I just want us to look back at where Falz has been. And we're gonna do that by showing you a picture. I'd like to show you a picture, and we're gonna post it also on the screen. I want my video guy to see if he has it on the screen. I'm waiting for him to put it on the screen. I just want you to look at that picture, and tell us a little bit about that day, what was happening on that day, and whether or not you remember what was happening on that day. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're feeling a little bit shy.
I hope I remember.
You hope you remember. Okay. All right. Let me just see. But before, let me just get that picture out as well. Do we have that picture on the screen yet? Okay, alright, so the first picture is this picture that I found as I was stalking you on the internet. Can you tell us a little bit about that picture and the day that picture was taken?
This was... I was in uni. I was probably in my first year in uni.
Okay.
We had a ball. I think it was the freshers ball.
Okay.
It's usually like where everyone has to dress, suited up, because the first ball you do when you get to uni. And then the freshers, everyone comes and socializes. That's where you meet the new babes and everything.
Okay. So that's why you had that suit, because let me tell you, that's a very extravagant look.
I had to give them. And obviously, I've always kind of been the kind of guy that wants to stand out. So I didn't want to wear a boring black suit or anything. Okay. So I give them.
Alright, can we have the second picture on the screen real quick, Victor? This one I would really like to know what is going on this day. And then you can also tell me whether or not this is an actual, people be posting things just all over, Okay, so we have the second picture. Could you tell us a little bit about this day and what was happening on this fine day?
About the same time as well. This may be my second year in uni now at this time. This is young Fulani. Just in I swear this is Nando's or something. Just in Nando's with some friends. Okay. Having chicken, and then one of my friends took this photo. Okay. Yeah, I remember this.
Alright, man, the internet never forgets. That's what I'm saying.
Never.
Okay, but shout out to you, the beard game came through.
I feel like all these pictures came from Facebook.
They did.
That's where you get all these
photos. Yeah, they probably did, man. Okay. Alright, so now that now that we've seen where you've come from, we can see the glow up. You guys see, it looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah,
thank God for the glow up.
Shout out to the glow up. Alright, okay, so now speaking of, now you're an artist, you're a musician, and not too long ago you dropped an album, Bad. So first things first, for a first time listener of the album, someone who's not yet gotten a chance to listen to that album, what songs do you think that someone should start with on that album?
I think you should listen in order. You just listen in the order that it is. Start from the very beginning, run it all the way to the end. It's not even a long album. Okay. So it's not even at some point you feel like, oh man, it's getting too long. Yeah. No, just go breeze through it. It's maybe 30 something minutes. 12 tracks. Every single track on that project is solid.
It's a banger.
So start from the beginning and run through to the end.
What do you think about people who listen to albums in shuffle?
I think you're not consuming the art in the way that the artist made it. You're just consuming the way that you want to. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Art is meant to be consumed however you please.
Okay.
You know, it's like buying a movie.
Yeah.
Or putting on a movie and starting from like the 35th minute.
Okay.
How you gonna understand the story?
How you can understand the story? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense, man. That makes sense. For those of you guys watching us live right now, if you have any questions you'd like to ask Falz directly, you can drop them in the comment section. If you want to give him a shout out, you can also do that for us in the comment section. But now, back to the album, because you know, the album has got some amazing features. We've got Chike, we've got Timo Savage, LAX,
Caveman,
T. Maya,
Boujee, Spice,
all of that, man. So a lot of people coming together for this project. So how long were you working on this album?
During lockdown, you know, when everyone was in lockdown and everyone. So last year, all through that period,
okay,
I was busy.
So it's like a aware that you have your own label, which is Bad Guys Entertainment. So can you tell me a little bit about that? Have you been recording under Bad Guys all your time as a musician?
Yeah, all my time since the very beginning, since the very first record I put out. You know, it's all been on the Bad Guys records.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Alright, so do you have any other people who work with you, or is it just you and then now the people who help you, or do you have any other artists that you've now
Yes,
signed up with the label?
I have an artist called Sardauda under the label. Super talented act, and he's been with the label for I'll say maybe about a couple of years now, and you know, definitely looking to take on more acts and still groom more talent in the near future. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Okay, so you know so you have like a pretty big catalog of music so far currently. This is your 5th studio album.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to know is just for like the people watching in the audience, also for me myself, because you know you have a lot of music, I have listened to everything. What's a song that you feel like your fans are sleeping on? Because you know you drop songs, they hit, you know they're banging. But what's a song you feel like your fans are sleeping on right now? It can be from this current project, or it could be from something that you've done previously.
From this current project, the song that people are sleeping, even I myself, I was sleeping on up until maybe like a week ago.
Okay.
It's a song called Pull Up. Pull Up on this last album.
Okay.
Check it out.
Alright. I think I've listened. It's solo. You don't feature nobody.
It's just me. It's a solo track.
Okay.
It's a very dangerous record.
Do you have anything you feel like is slept on from back in the day?
From back in the day. A track called One Trouser. One Trouser. I think One Trouser is slept on.
Okay.
I feel like that song had way more immense potential than what he eventually did.
Okay.
But it's still a beautiful record.
So people should go back and check that. I've seen the video. I think it's
Go
very
and
interesting.
recheck it out again. Yeah, because I mean, the way I create my art, you know, I like to tell stories. I like to paint pictures. So probably those are the most interesting projects for me.
Okay.
You know, when I'm telling a story and painting a vivid picture. And on that song, that was pretty much what it was.
Okay.
And it's so representative of a place that I grew up, you know, a place that is significant to most people, you know, from Nigeria, and I'm talking about Lagos, of course.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's why I think that's a special project.
So guys, if you've not listened to One Trouser, please go and check that out. It's got a very dope video, you know. It's very interesting. So you know, speaking of just like videos and everything like that, I want to talk about a few videos, but first I want to start with there's a song that you have on this album. It's called Knee Down.
Yeah.
And I saw like you posted a snippet of the video on social media, and it's looking like very cinematic, you know.
Yeah.
So I have a few questions. So the first question is like, are you the one who directed that video? Because I know you have like, you know, you're also in film, you're an actor.
Yeah.
Are you the one who directed the video?
No, I didn't direct the video. The video was directed by Clarence Peters.
Okay.
Clarence Peters, a veteran, absolute legend in the game. He's been doing this for donkey years. Man.
So many.
So when I shared the idea for the song, when I shared the song with him, told him I wanted to shoot, he just called me back and said, look guy, I have an idea. I want us to shoot a film. Then he shared the idea for the film, and then I was like, I love this. So we sat down together and sort of built the dialogue.
Yeah.
The dialogue and the screenplay and the way everything played out. And it features a superstar actress called Osasi Godara.
Okay.
Super talented actress. And of course Chike also brought some of his acting prowess.
Okay.
So I love what we're able to achieve. This is not a music video.
It's a short film.
It's a short film.
Okay.
It's a short film. It's a short musical film.
Okay.
The actual music video is actually a separate asset from this.
From that.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about the story that is behind like Nina? Like when in the song, what's the story behind the song that now brought you guys to come up with such an innovative cinematic?
It's a toxic relationship, man.
Yeah.
It's a toxic relationship. Picture man, woman in the heat. In the heat of an argument, and you know everything is hot. Something has happened. Someone has messed up. Most of the time it's the man that
it's always looking like that.
So you know, it's like just that moment where all these emotions are being let out, and you know, you're going back and forth, and that's why in the chorus is like, "Shay, you want me? Can I kneel down for you? Like, do you want me to kneel down and beg you? Because right now, I'm letting all out, and you know, it's that kind of song." So in the film, we just sort of expanded that story and went deeper. Don't want to say too much, so I don't give spoilers.
Okay. Have you already planned out like a date? Like when can we expect the video to be dropping now?
Oh, it's dropping today.
It's dropping today?
Today.
Oh,
bro.
wow.
It's dropping today, this evening on my YouTube. So go to my YouTube, search for Falz, subscribe to my YouTube, and this evening, the Knee Down short film shall drop on you.
Okay, alright, check that out, man. Speaking of the same song though, just like I've noticed that it's been blowing up in terms of like TikTok and Reels.
Yeah.
People be making videos and tagging you.
Yeah.
So the first thing is like, how do you feel when you like wake up in the morning and a bunch of people are tagging you in a video that they made with your music?
It's exciting, man. It's been happening over the last couple of years. So, you know, for now it's not like new anymore, but it's still always exciting. Every new interesting TikTok or video of someone just vibing to it is always, you know, exciting to see.
Yeah.
Always.
What do you think about like TikTok's influence on the music industry like currently?
It's good and bad. Good in the sense that another avenue for artists to sort of advertise, you know, your craft, if you like. Another avenue to sort of make your tracks go viral, you know. But on the flip side, it's dictating the way art is being created, and that usually is a problem.
So you feel like people are making TikTok music?
Yeah. Yes, my brother.
The other song that I wanted to mention, because I was talking about music videos and how your music videos are interesting, is the song that you have with Boujee.
Yeah.
Ice Cream. Ironically, a very hot video. You know the song is called Ice Cream. So, who came up with the concept for that video for Ice Cream?
The video director, Olu the Wave. Big shout out to Olu the Wave. He directed that video, and it was his idea. It was like, you know, I told him, look, I want to do something risky. I want to do something, you know, bring me out of my ordinary comfort zone. And he said, say no more. Yeah. So he put forward this little BDSM concept, and I was like, I like it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, so speaking of that song, I was watching the video, and one of the comments, the first comment said, what did it say? It said, Boujee is not pregnant, but he always delivers.
Ooh, I see what he did there. I see what he did there.
Yeah. So how did you end up linking with Boujee on that song?
You know,
Man, honestly,
that person no lie. That person no lie, my brother. That person no lie. He always delivers, man. I've known him for a while actually. We've been friends for a while. And we've worked on a couple songs together, even more than just Ice Cream.
Yeah. A
couple other records, hopefully that will still come out. But he's, you know, I've always known that he's a man of immense talent.
Yeah.
So linking up with him on that record had to happen.
It had to.
And you know, I'm happy with what we were able to achieve together.
It was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
In general, because like, you know, your music is very diverse, and like you'll rap in one song, you'll be melodic on a different song. Do you have any artists that you can say like inspire the kind of sound that you have?
Man, my influences is a wide spectrum. I grew up in a lot of Fela Kuti.
Okay.
I grew up in a lot of Fela Kuti. So my earlier influences also Michael Jackson, Bob Marley. Out in Nigeria, there was a rap group called Tribesmen. When I first started getting interested in making music, these were some of my biggest influences. Plantation Boys, the Remedies, you know, Baba.
Of course, and the OG.
Oh man, such a huge influence. Yeah, man, those are a few of my musical influences.
Yeah. And so I want to ask you, I just want to do something very random. I want to mention some random things. Yeah, it could be things, places, or people. And I want you to tell me if you think it's overrated or underrated. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, overrated or underrated? Amapiano.
Underrated.
Underrated?
Underrated.
Why do you think Amapiano is underrated?
Amapiano is not just a genre, it's culture. I've been to South Africa and, you know, they sort of put me through, they sort of briefly explained what Amapiano consists of and what it represents for them. And bruh, it's so
deep,
rich.
It's deeper than
it's
than
deep.
just
It's culture.
dancing.
There's so many different elements of it, so many different types of it. I think people have just even gotten a small taste of what piano consists of. In the near future, bro, it's about to explode.
It's about to explode.
Definitely underrated.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? Graduation.
Like the ceremony.
Yeah, like the ceremony. Going to school, finishing school, and graduating.
Do you mean the ceremony or actually graduating?
Actually graduating.
Oh, so actually graduating is overrated.
It's overrated.
It's overrated.
Why
It's
do you
overrated. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of people get that degree and what do they use it for?
Nothing.
You know, look at me that I'm sitting down here now. I graduated from law school.
Imagine.
And look at me, I'm a musician, I'm a entertainer. You know? It's overrated.
It's overrated.
But it's good to go to school, so don't get it twisted.
Okay.
If you want to get a degree, by all means, it's always amazing. But I would say overrated because, especially modern day, there's so many other different career paths and, you know, life choices that could be achieved without getting a formal academic degree.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is... I don't think he's any of the above. I think he's respected as well as he ought to be.
He's perfectly rated. Just the way he is.
Kendrick he's a poet, man. He's more than just a rapper. You know, he's doing poetry, but he's still making hits, and he's such a gifted artist. I love Kendrick.
Yeah. Alright, last one. Lagos.
Lagos. Oh man, Lagos. This is a very difficult one. I feel like Lagos could be both.
It's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. A bit of both. Underrated in the sense that people don't understand how much fun it could actually be when you're in Lagos. Overrated in the sense that it's meant to be such a huge city, so densely populated. It's like more or less regarded as economic central of Africa, but in terms of socio-political climate, things are still very upside down. And like in such a major city, you still don't even have something as basic as 24-hour electricity, bro. It's like there's just so much basic things that don't exist in such a huge city.
Okay.
Or what is meant to be such a huge city. So in that sense, I'll say overrated. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now back to Falz. You mentioned that you graduated, you did law. So you're a musician, you're an actor, you're an activist, you're a lawyer. I don't know if you're a practicing lawyer, but you're a lawyer. But you have a lot of stuff going on in terms of the things that you pursue. So how do you balance? How do you make it work? Especially just like with the music, acting, being an activist mostly. How do you make it all work?
Just try to put in a lot of hard work. That's usually what it requires. A lot of discipline, a lot of compartmentalization. Just sort of knowing, okay, this is what I'm meant to do when it's this time. This is what I'm meant to do when it's this time. It's just a lot of planning, But I've been able to make it work because I'm equally passionate about all these things I'm involved in, and so I try to keep everything alive.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if everybody knows this, but you're also a very prolific actor in Nigeria.
I appreciate that.
A lot of stuff. Are you working on anything currently? Is there anything that you have that might be dropping soon that you
well, as we said earlier on, today the short film for Nidam, that's definitely dropping
Okay.
very soon, September. This September, starting from cinemas. There's a film that I featured in that is just gonna drop. It's called Brotherhood.
Okay.
It's an action movie.
Okay.
Yeah, on this side of the world, there aren't many films in that genre.
True.
So it's something I'm super, super excited about. Also because up until now, most of my roles have been super comedic. But this is a different kind of role. This is like a serious, it's like my Denzel Washington. It's like,
This is your moment.
it's like my Will Smith.
Yeah, you got some Will Smith energy going on. You know, he was a musician first, and then he joined.
Will is an
acting.
absolute legend. And you know, speaking about influences earlier on, definitely someone I have to mention. You know, it's just unfortunate that in recent time we've been seeing a lot of drama around him and his private family life and all the mess that's surrounding the Oscar drama and all that stuff. It's just sad, that such a thing is even there to sort of put a small stain on his name. But aside that, nothing, absolutely nothing, can take away the fact that Will Smith is an icon.
He's an icon for sure.
Absolute icon.
So speaking of people's business being all over there, minus the stuff that he's going through, I feel like as a family they suffer from having so much of their business out there in the world.
But that's what we suffer as public figures in general.
So that's what I was gonna ask. Have you ever gotten used to, like, for example, the attention that comes with being as famous? Have you ever gotten used to, like, everyone wants to know what you're up to? Have you ever gotten used to that kind of attention?
You can't 100% get used to it. It's at some point in time it becomes second nature. It becomes that's what it is. But you can't 100% get used to it because there's always gonna be times where you feel intruded on. And it's unfair. We deserve a level of privacy as well.
Level of privacy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you don't be out here enjoying like you stand somewhere and people are like, oh my God, it's Falz, oh my God.
Yeah, man. that's it.
All right. So even when you were talking about Lagos and everything, you're talking about the socio-economic, the environment and climate and stuff like that, because you're very socially conscious. You had there's an album. The first of starting with this is Nigeria. Then you had that the album Moral Inspiration.
Moral Instruction. Yeah.
Moral Instruction. Sorry. So you're very socially conscious. So I'd like to find out. You see, in Kenya currently, this year it's an election.
Yeah.
So you have elections coming up soon. But what I'd like to find out from you is with the things that you're always pushing, being an activist, being socially conscious. Would you ever consider joining politics?
For me, it's never really been part of my plan.
Yeah.
Politics has never been in my plans. It's never been a thing that I've been interested in doing in any way. So the answer is no.
The answer is no. You're just gonna keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just here. The activism and social consciousness is just from a place of compassion. That has always been it. I've always made that clear every single time. It's just from a place of compassion.
Okay. All right. And now for us as Kenyans, because we're coming into an election year. And the climate is normally a bit tense sometimes during elections. Is there anything you'd like to tell people just in general about elections and how they should carry themselves during this period?
Just to try and ease the tension. Like you said, climate is always tense during elections, so all that violence that we usually hear about and that usually happens during times like that, please, none of that. Just make sure that whatever you do this period, do peacefully. But what's most important is that you participate in the political process. Make sure you go out to vote, and make sure you make your voice heard as far as these elections are concerned.
Okay, all right, man. So you heard this. So every vote counts. You think every vote counts?
Single vote counts. Yeah, you might think there's a lot of corruption as far as the whole continent goes. In Nigeria, trust me, we know the meaning of corruption.
That's something we have in common. As Kenya and Nigeria, I think we have that.
Remember that it's the whole of Africa. It's a big African problem. We have to solve the problem. I don't know why it's something that has lingered for this long, but we have to find a way to solve this problem because it's not going to get us anywhere, man. Yeah. It's really not. But at the end of the day, yes, every vote counts.
Every vote counts.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of which, this is completely unrelated to what we're talking. Have you been to Kenya before this time that you've come to Kenya?
Yeah, I have. This is maybe my 4th time or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so I was listening to your music, and there's this song you have. It's called. It starts with an S. It has a nice
Squander.
Squander. Yeah. And in that song, you spoke Kiswahili.
Yeah.
So who taught you that? Who told you?
So that's even the 2nd time around. Okay. I think the first time around, I'm probably the one that more people laugh about. was the one on Lafette. That's the
Okay.
song.
Yeah.
Where I say, I like your matako matiti.
Who taught you this?
Look, man. At the time, I think I was. I had just come back from. I think it was Tanzania at the time. We're hanging out a lot with a guy called Joe McKinney. Because I was on Coke Studio. Shortly before that with him, and we spent a lot of time. And I was picking up a few Swahili words, and those are some of the ones that stuck.
Joe McKinney is a bad guy. He's got bars, man.
Yeah, definitely. Those are some of the words that stuck.
Okay, all right. What else do you think you can say in Swahili?
Of course, I know the normal Karibu,
Okay.
Asante Sana,
Okay.
the basic things.
All right. Can I teach you some Sheng?
Teach me,
Can I
please.
teach you some random Sheng? Could I teach me some Sheng?
What's Sheng?
Okay, Sheng is Kenyan slang.
Oh, so like pigeon, like how we have pigeon.
Similar to pigeon.
Yeah, teach me Sheng.
So I want you to say, like, if you see a girl and you like how you love her, you tell her nakulombo tov. I want you to say that.
Say that.
Nakulombo tov.
Nakulombo tov.
Yeah.
What does
So
that
now
mean?
it means I love you.
Nakulombo.
So you can tell a girl nakulombo tov.
Nakulombo tov.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Alright. Someone in the back has a different one that I should
Don't teach me. There's this thing that happens when people like teaching someone else another language. They teach them the wrong thing.
No, this
So when I go and try it, it's pretty girl be looking at me like, what's this guy saying?
Nah, it's legit. It's legit. You can ask the people behind the camera. It's legit. It's legit.
Legit?
It's legit.
Okay, good,
So when you see a
good.
girl,
Okay.
just tell her, yo, what's up? Nakulombo tov.
Nakulombo tov.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, alright. So as I start to wrap things up, you've been to Kenya. You said this is your third time?
Yeah, third or fourth, I think.
Okay, so like, I don't know what you were working on when you were here, but do you have any plans to drop some features or work with some Kenyan artists?
Oh, definitely. While I'm out here, I'm looking to collaborate with guys out here. I'm very open to that. I've always been a lover of collaborations, and I'm a lover of other cultures. That's why I always try to include languages and songs here and there. So I'm very, very open to working, and I'm looking to, while I'm here, looking to work with some more.
Do you have any artists like you have your eyes on? Like someone you've maybe heard a song and you are like, ooh, I'm trying to jump on something.
Yeah, I'm trying to link up with Calligraph.
Ooh, yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
he's a rapper. I'm a rapper. I think that would be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Be able to knock someone off.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Any other artists you've heard of? Maybe not somebody that you want to work with, but any other Kenyan artists that you've heard of, or like whose music you're.
There were some guys who were playing in the car. What they call it again?
Wakadinali.
Say that again?
Wakadinali.
Wakalinali.
Wakadinali. Yeah.
Yes.
They're drill rappers.
Yeah, they were playing on the radio as we were coming. I was like, I like this. Yeah, dope stuff, man.
Yeah, actually, those kids are taking over the scene so crazily because they're hard rappers, and they're like from the hood and stuff like that. So a lot of people didn't expect that their music would be so mainstream. Because everyone, if you're from the hood, you like their music. If you live in the suburbs, you still like their music. So I think it's amazing how
So everyone can relate. That's
really
nice.
to penetrate.
That's nice.
Are there any Nigerian artists you'd like to put us on to? Because you've learned about Wakadinali. Is there any artists you think that someone should be looking out for, except Falz? in Nigeria right now?
There may be people haven't heard enough of. So there's a young guy who's on the come up right now.
Yeah.
His name is Majid. Yeah, I've recently stumbled on his music.
Okay.
And I think he's really talented. He's like it's the tone, man. It's the vocal tone and like the delivery on records, and I think he's destined for greatness. Hopefully the momentum. I mean, there's a lot of different things that determine how far an artist goes, but in terms of his talent, I think he's very talented. So look out for him, Majid.
Yeah. So you said there's a lot of stuff that determines how far an artist goes.
Yeah.
So let's say there's like a young cat who's watching this interview right now, or there's just somebody out there who's been interested in starting their music career. What kind of advice would you give somebody in that situation?
I would say talent is never enough.
Yeah.
So if you think you're talented, or even if you know that you're talented, that's not enough. Hard work is the biggest part of it. Hard work, consistency, and just make sure you keep on nurturing your talent. Keep on getting better. Stay working hard, and try and get yourself out there in your own way. Do everything within your own power, and don't just sit your yash in the house.
get out and do some work.
Get out and do something. Don't sit your yash in the house waiting for someone to come help you. Yeah.
Alright, so sorry, before I wrap it up, before I ask my last question, I forgot this when I was asking about the album. Because you have so many features. What's a track that you really enjoyed like working on? Somebody that you were like so excited to link up with?
Wow. I think all the features on this project were special.
Yeah.
You know, like I was saying earlier on, every song on an album usually represents something. You know, it's a story. So every song is equally important in that puzzle. You know, all the collabos were exciting. You know, I can't really point out one collab and say this was the most or this was the least. You know, they were all super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the last thing I'd just like to have you do, as we wrap this one up, is just like I'd love you to just give like a quick shout out to the fans who are watching out there in the audience. Quick shout out, and then you could also tell them about like your socials and where they can find you.
All right.
So straight into the camera right there. Big shout
What
out.
up? What's happening? My name is Falz, aka Falz Bad Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, my brand new album Bad just dropped. Make sure you go out there and get it. Big shout out to everyone that's watching me right now. Nairobi, I love you guys. Bad Guys in the building. Connect with me. Follow me on socials. My album is out now. All streaming platforms. Go get it. Thank you.
Scared? What's up? Anyway, yo, what it do, what it does. My name is Shem Wicca. This has been another beautiful edition of Falz 254. We were joined by the amazing Falz the Bad Guy, who surprisingly enough is actually a pretty good guy. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Shem Wicca.